I guess a lot of the basic things. I want to start getting into some of the things that like people like Kyle Norton and others I've been
Mhm,
reading so much about using Avaro and different tools
mhm,
to help with coaching and training and onboarding. So I'm just starting to get into that space a little bit more. I'm probably behind. Well, I'm
mhm,
definitely behind some people and maybe ahead of others. But that's an area. And then, the standard part of using tools like custom GPTs and chat GPT in general to optimize so many different things, even from a recruiting perspective. So back to the recruiting example, had 300 resumes for a job I was hiring for. I downloaded every resume, took me a couple minutes because LinkedIn doesn't make that easy.
mhm.
And I put them all in ChatGPT. And I said, here's what I'm looking for. Do an analysis for me. Give me a list and score it in the following way on these pros and cons. And of course, that took me maybe 10 minutes to do all that. And then I had this incredible analysis. And it allowed me, and this is the reality of the world we're in, right? Whether we like it or not, it allowed me to spend that now time focused on the top 10 or 15
Right.
people ranked as opposed to having to go through every resume. Again, small business. We're not hiring a big recruiter. I can't, they don't, some of my clients don't do that. But I'm here to help in the best way I can and as efficiently as possible. And so something as simple as that was incredibly valuable to allow us to be more efficient and arguably caught things that maybe I wouldn't have caught when I'm looking at the 200th and 20th resume in a day. So I think it's more accurate than I would have been as well. So it's a very simple example, but incredibly time saving and effective.
Yeah, I think the most important thing I talk to my team and try to, act on myself is just keep trying things, like,
Yeah.
I'm a huge Perplexity fan, and, voice
Yeah.
mode in Perplexity in the car is amazing. Like, I go and I don't I my podcast time, I shouldn't say this as a podcaster, but my podcast time is actually down because I am engaging in conversations and just having a bunch of questions back and forth with Perplexity on the drives.
It's
And just amazing to do that kind of stuff. And I think again, like someone described this as, and this comes back to your AI SDR example, you should just assume like today is the worst it will ever be, right? The models are the worst they will ever be. The AI is the worst it's ever going to be. And so if you're kind of on the bleeding edge, like this kind of works, but it doesn't quite, and you're saying, like in the AI SDR case, your experience is it's kind of like equivalent to a human right now. It's the worst it's ever going to be.